What's going on, everybody? Basically, if you've seen the title, you know what we're talking about. First, I want to start with our podcast. If you are interested, it is on iTunes, Spotify. Uh, it should be in the description. I'll put it in this time. I didn't put it in last time. But yeah, so training camp started. Um, Basically, there's a couple people that are holding out, and I get it. They want to get paid, but man, it's just like if it comes to where they don't play this season because of it or miss a couple games, like that just sucks. Basically, the first one is Melvin Gordon. He's looking like he might not play this, like maybe a couple games, hopefully just a couple games if he does miss any time. But it could be like a Le'Veon Bell situation for sure. Like it's just not going anywhere from what I read. Then there's Zeke, who hasn't shown up to training camp. I don't think that Zeke and the Cowboys aren't gonna make it happen, make a deal happen. But it's a little sketchy. That's two first round running backs in like fantasy if you play fantasy. But I think that one's less of a worry than Melvin Gordon. Michael Thomas is another one. I also think he's just like Zeke. They're just trying to come to some sort of contract. They're probably in the same ballpark. It's probably over like a couple hundred grand, a million. But people are trying to get there. So the next one is Yannick Ngakwe, and yeah, I think I actually said that right. So he's the DN for the Jaguars. He's on his contract year right now, but he wants an extension because he thinks he's gotten like at least 9 to 12 sacks every season in his 3 seasons. So he's a really good defensive end, and they offered him to be like the third highest paid defensive end in the league, and he said no. He wants to be number one. So I honestly don't know what's gonna happen there. If you're a Jaguars fan, that's kind of stressful. But and then the last one is Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney got offered a franchise tag. Well, they franchise tag him. They didn't really offer him it. I think it's like 16 mil or something. But he wants to get signed. Like he wants a contract. He's been injured some seasons, a couple times a season. He wants a contract so that he can basically, I mean, if he gets hurt, he's not gonna get screwed over. He doesn't want to just keep signing these franchise tags, even though they're paying him 16 mil. Like you think about it, like who wouldn't want 16 mil? That's ridiculous. But yeah, I just think he wants to get signed long term, which is understandable. Um, but so that's all the holdouts for now. There's a little bit more, like Trent Williams is holding out, and then somebody else that I just don't really care about. And then but today AJ Green got hurt, which sucks. I mean, he got carted off the field, so they say it's an ankle again, which it's always his ankles. I don't know if he's ever gonna stay healthy again ever, which sucks because, I mean, if you think about it, 2 3 seasons ago, he was top 3 receiver in the league. So, I mean, even though I'm a Ravens fan, um, I still like to see good receivers play. Um, so it just kind of sucks, and I feel like it also hurts Tyler Boyd too, who, well, if it's not just a sprain, they think it's just a sprain, but getting carted off just seems like extra if it's just a sprain. Like, I don't know, I don't know. But then Boyd moves into the number one spot, and I think he can handle it, but I just think he would do better with AJ Green being there, obviously, just taking the pressure off of him. But and then Golden Tate gets suspended for the Giants. He didn't pass his drug test, so he's suspended for 4 games, which it's just horrible for the Giants. They already suck at receiver. Sterling Shepard should be back week 1, but Corey Coleman tore his ACL. He's out for the year. Golden Tate misses 4 games. It just sucks for them. They're gonna ride on Saquon pretty much, and hopefully Evan Ingram. Hopefully that helps Evan Ingram get the ball for Daniel Jones to be thrown to him, because Eli probably gonna be gone week 1. I'm just saying. Um, and then just some like highlights that have been happening in training camp if you're from Arizona, you probably follow the Cardinals. If you didn't see Larry Fitzgerald's catch, I'm gonna try to put it up. He still got it, man. I don't get it. Like, he is a beast. And Kyler put it right where it needed to be. I mean, he didn't have much of a window. It was great coverage. So, and then I just saw Brady throw to Randy Moss. He threw it like 50 yards. I didn't even know he could throw that far still. Like, it's, I thought he could throw like 35, 40 with his old ass, but he threw that like 40 to 50 yards. So, and it was like money, right on the money, right to Randy, like it was old days. So, if I can get those on, I'll put them in there. But, and then also, no surprise, OBJ catching the ball, running like a quick in route, one-handed, like it's nothing, like it's so easy. I don't know how he does it so easily. I really don't like OBJ, but his catches are nuts. So, that's basically training camp right now. Basically, all the highlights, all the holdouts that have kind of happened that I've seen. But now I'm just gonna go into. I did AFC West last week. I'm just gonna real quickly like go through players you might not know. The 4 players from each team in the NFC West, or 1 player from each team in the NFC West, I guess. That you might not know that you should watch because they might have a good preseason and then might carry on into the season. It's gonna have to for some of these players. Which for the Cardinals, Byron Murphy, he's got a lot of pressure on him because Patrick Peterson being suspended, which sucks. I think he's suspended for like 6 games or something, or 4. I don't remember. A lot of games. So, Byron Murphy's going to take that number 1 role unless it's Robert Alford, but I think it should be Byron Murphy. He's a second-round pick in the last year's draft, so he's a rookie. So to put the number 1 corner spot on him and a team that's kind of rebuilding and is kind of like have high hopes is probably a lot of pressure, but Byron Murphy's really good. So that's the Cardinals I think you should watch for preseason. If he does good in preseason, then there might not be so much, like people might not be stressing so much over that number 1 corner spot. So Rams, I have Gerald Everett. A lot of people probably don't know who Gerald Everett is. Maybe Corey. But basically, Gerald Everett, he's a tight end for the Rams. He's super athletic, really good hands. He's basically a receiver. They just haven't really got him the ball. Like, they don't really use their tight ends as much. They use all 4 of their wide receivers. So, if they could start hitting him more, I think he could be a player to watch, especially in preseason. So, maybe give some hopes to those Rams fans. Seahawks, Will Dissly. Will Dissly came out of nowhere last year, tore his ACL like week 3 or 4. He's coming off the ACL tear, obviously, so I think he's a player to watch just to see if he can get back to what he was doing last year, which was he was kind of doing nice. So, and that would help Russell Wilson in that offense that just basically has DK and Tyler Lockett. So. That's a player to watch for the Seahawks. And then last is the Niners. And this guy also came out of nowhere last year. His name is Dante Pettis. He's the receiver for the Niners. And with Jimmy G back, I don't think he ever even played with Jimmy G. So I think he's their number 1 receiver. So he's someone to watch in preseason. Even if he doesn't get a lot of playing time, I think with Jimmy G, he should get 1,000 yards this year. So, or close to at least 900. So that's a guy to watch. But yeah, that basically wraps it up. I'm gonna try to do some like training camps, talk about training camp, just because I want to talk about current football, what's happening right now. I'm gonna try to get clips, but YouTube copyrights all my crap. So, but if you made it this far, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. And yeah, I appreciate the support and peace.